Welcome back to another daily dose of Greatness Quest. Today's subject is about a formula for happiness. I'll call it the happiness formula. And I'm not sure that this is the right title for this episode, but it's the best thing I can come up with this morning. It's about 5 a.m. I've been up for about an hour, maybe a little bit less than that. I've had a great conversation with myself this morning. We'll talk about that a little bit. But I think you're going to love today's show because it's going to give you a formula about how you can have more. Maybe I could also have called today Having It All. I'm not really sure, but I know you're going to love the show.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a daily dose of Greatness Quest with your host, Trevor Crane, my daddy. He is going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool.
All right. Like I just mentioned, I got up a little bit early this morning. I've been getting up around 4 a.m. and I have what I call a walk and talk in the morning. I didn't come up with that title. I heard it from Garrett White that he gets up in the morning and he talks to himself in the morning and coaches himself. So I've been doing that lately to try to find insights into how I can get more out of my day, have everything that I want in my life. And a couple things came up to me this morning. And so I want to share with this little formula with you. So Tony Robbins gave me a formula years ago about having what it was to be happy. And he gave me this formula, and it was had these simple letters with an equal sign to it. So I'll give it to you. It is blueprint equals life conditions. And in order to do that, he put blueprint into two letters, BP equals LC, life conditions. And he goes on to talk about how when your blueprint is your way you see the world. Your blueprint is your formula for what needs to happen in order for you to be happy in this example. And then he said your life conditions is whether or not that's showing up. And lately I've been walking and talking to myself, and every morning I focus on gratitude. And I'm thinking about all the things I'm grateful for in my life. And that is my body, being, balance, and business for 4 simple categories to look at. And I've got a great family and everybody's alive and everybody's healthy. And that these are life conditions that I really enjoy. My wife is amazing. My daughter is amazing. My new son is amazing. My health is good when it comes to my body. And I look at these different things and the freedom that we have with our finances and how we're able to spend time with family. And I look at all these and I am grateful to the nines. And that has not always been my pattern. My life conditions have sometimes been where I was broke or struggling or not in great relationships. And so my blueprint equals life conditions, definitely those things are in play right now. Now, that said, there's a significant amount more growth that I want to accomplish. So when I look at and measure my life conditions and my blueprint, I really want to grow and expand those. I think that is our purpose of being here on this planet, to grow and give and contribute. And I want to share with you a little bit of an extension of this formula. There's 4 words that came up for me today that I think are really powerful in I guess, expanding Tony's definition. For simplicity's sake, that BP equals LC or not. If your blueprint does not equal your life conditions, you might be struggling significantly right now. And so then you got to change one of 2 things, either your blueprint, which is your formula of what has to happen in order for you to, be happy. And so it's really shifting meaning. That's one of the most powerful things I ever learned from Tony, is you can change the meaning of circumstances and of what has to happen in order for you to feel a certain way. Good God, if you've never been to Tony's Date with Destiny program, you guys should totally go. It's one of the coolest things I've ever done to help me reprogram my mind and my results. So that's just freaking amazing. You've never been, Tony's initial program, by the way, is called Unleash the Power Within. That's one of his first intro program. You gotta go. Like, you just gotta go invest the time and money to go spend some time with Tony Robbins. You couldn't have a better coach and mentor and whatnot, other than me. Like, I'm amazing, but like, you gotta go check out Tony. It'll transform things. So let me give you my extension of this. There was a lot of pregame and just sharing with you what Tony gave me rather than my insights. But here's what I realized. I started off this morning with gratitude. So these are four words that all start with the letter G. And so I started off with the morning with gratitude. And whoa, does that just frame things really nicely? Like, I was a little lethargic. I got up at 4 or something, and I was in bed with my son, was a little bit fussy just this morning for a moment or two. So I cuddled with him, and I didn't want to get up out of bed. And so I got up, and by the time I was a few minutes into my walk and talk, and I'm talking about my gratitude and everything that I'm grateful for, like, it shifts my walk and my tone and my purpose. And even when I filed my bankruptcy and when I had lost a lot of things, I stayed very focused on what I call the gift and focused on what is great about this, what is the gift in this situation. And just that focus, a shift of meaning, shifts everything. Like, everything's kind of happier just because I focus about that. So I thought I'd give this formula to you because it's really helped me like live a great quality of life. This gratitude piece in the morning. And then what I went to immediately there is like, how do I want to grow? So gratitude is a great place to start. I've been focused on that for a long time and learning how to get better and better at being grateful for everything in my life, even the challenging stuff. And then I want to focus on growth. Like, what am I going to do to grow where I'm at right now? Like, I'm not satisfied with the relationship I have with my wife. I want it to be significantly better. I'm not satisfied with the success I have in my business or in my body. I want it to be significantly better. And so that also makes me feel good because I'm setting up new goals for myself that I can go ahead and how can I push myself to grow, to become more so that I can give more, which we're getting to the next thing, which the next G word that I'm going to come up with is to find my gifts, or for you to find your gifts. So it's gratitude, growth, and gifts. Like, what are your gifts? What is your superpower? You know, what is it that you are greatest at? And I think it's our responsibility to discover that. I feel like in this sequence, it seems to just come to me. Now I've got this pattern of being grateful, and then I'm like, okay, where do I want to grow? And then what are the gifts that I have that I can give away? So I guess the fourth G here is, what are my gifts? And then how can I give them? How can I give them away? So this is my extension of Tony's blueprint equals life conditions, or when it doesn't equal it, you get to shift the meaning of things. You can either change your blueprint or you can change your life conditions, right? It's sometimes easier and more immediate to change your meaning of the circumstances that you're facing than it takes a little bit of time to often change your life conditions. Like, it takes a little time to lose weight, it takes a little time to make some money, if that's your challenge. So I like to shift both, and my focus on adjusting my mindset and beliefs and behaviors is definitely this series of G's I just gave, G words I just gave you. And the focus of shifting my life conditions are these G words I just gave you. Gratitude first, I'm in a great place. Focusing on how I want to grow and become more. Searching for and discovering my greatest gifts that, sure, I'll sell some things. I need to make sure that I make a profit and that I am abundant. But truly, my focus is about finding the gifts that I have and giving them away to as many people who's looking for them. And this lights me up and fires me up. And anyway, I could go on. There's a few other things that I've been focused on lately that I'd love to share with you, but I'll do those on other episodes of Greatness Quest. So my challenge for you today, though, is to write these formulas down. The blueprint equals life conditions, and that equal sign or not equal sign in the middle there, you know whether or not you're happy or not happy with your life conditions, whether you're happy or you want to change them. And my guess is that you're pretty happy with some of those things in your life, and that you probably want to change some of the others. And probably anything that you're really good at right now, you'd probably like to expand that and become even better at it and have more abundance there, because you probably love that stuff and you want to do more of it. So hopefully my little extension formula here of gratitude and growth and gifts and finding a way to better give your gifts will support you. And so write those formulas down and turn them into questions. Because really, a conversation and communication oftentimes is a sequence of questions that we ask and answer. So the first thing I would challenge you to do is, ask the question of, what are you grateful for? Who do you love? Who loves you? What are the areas of your life, your body, being, balance, and business, where you're really grateful? And what could you be grateful for? And then, where in your life do you want to grow? Body, being, balance, or business? Where do you really want more and want to expand? And ask and answer these questions. And what is your superpower? And where are your greatest gifts? And how can you find them? And ask and answer these questions. And then the last one is, how can you give it away? I keep looking at my offers of what I have created in my business and what I'm giving the marketplace, and I keep trying to find better ways to communicate my gifts and to give the things that I think are my superpower and my awesomeness away. I'm trying to give. Like, how can I get better at sharing it with more people? And sometimes when you ask a question, really big questions, you don't get the answer immediately. And that's okay. Like, you can spend some time actually asking this question. Like, ask these questions and keep asking them, and ask them day after day and week after week. And I think what happens is, when you dig deeper for better answers, that's what you find. Like, you seek and ye shall find. So keep asking these questions about the gratitude and growth and giving and gifts, and see what you find. And I am just loving the simplicity of simple language and a simple focus to go ahead and become more. When I created the whole idea of the Greatness Quest podcast and TV show, it was because I believed that when my grandfather passed away, the meaning of his life, and that what was most important and impactful when he was laying on his deathbed, which, the bed that he never got out of when he was 92, that he was reflecting on his life, and he said, Trevor, here's a formula for living a great quality of life. He lived to 92. That's pretty good longevity there. And what he gave me was a formula of how I can become more. So the whole idea of Greatness Quest started with just 3 simple words: become your best. Like, how can you become your best? How you can compete with you, how you can push yourself, and how, or more specifically, because this means more to me, about me, is the word I. How I can become my best. And that's what I wish for you. I want you to become your best. And I think by asking this series of 4 questions, will really support you in getting that. And if you give me some feedback on it, I'd love it. So if you actually practice this and you get some insight and you find that this is valuable for you, please share with me the benefit that you get. That would be really fantastic. So with the power of social media today, you can do that real easily. Reach out on any of the channels. I pretty much monitor Facebook more than anything, but you can also find me on LinkedIn and YouTube and Instagram. I'm going to put a lot more energy towards Instagram here soon. And so at any rate, that's about it. Reach out, give me some love, and share with me how this may have helped you or served you. That would be really valuable. And the only other thing I have for you today is to go out and make today magnificent. And I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow on another daily dose of Greatness Quest.
To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.